Hi guys, Rixon here, bringing you another episode of the Noob Journey. This week we are here for the Japanese Grand Prix. Some things to note before this race begins: 50% custom weather, and well, the main thing to throw into this is Noble is actually racing. He's not on commentary with Matt, he's in the race, which means there is a former AOR champion, multiple time AOR champion, in the Noob Journey racing on a pad. So that's going to throw Slick into the mix, because I mean, Noble could be battling up front with Teak, or whoever's going to be in the lead of the race. Could even be me. So anyway, 5 red lights for the Japanese Grand Prix, and we are underway here for round 10 of the Noob Journey, as we get a great start from P10, get past our former teammate Alex Corza, and we now get into P9, P8 as we dive up the inside of Has, hit his front wheel, and while we've spun out there, that's an awful start. We managed to flick the car back round as T Quick started right at the back of the grid on these random grids now. P12 factual swerves into us, we ping pong off Callum W, and the safety car comes out. So this is the first time we've actually made it to the safety car. In Canada we made it through the safety car, but we didn't make it out of the safety car. And by the length of the video, as you can tell, we do make out the back of this safety car. Thank God, but we are in last place, P16. And well, not a great start considering where we want to be, considering we didn't get points in the last race. Anyway, back into the action now, behind the safety car, and we've actually managed to get to P13. Has ran wide, I think Factual ran wide, or it might be Jeffrey, who's a newcomer to the new gen. I think he ran wide as well. So we are behind Callum W, 180, coming through 130. The safety car is in this lap, the limiter is activated. And coming up here, everybody just slams on the brakes and we get swirly on the back end. And we have to, everybody's ghosting. This is the first safety car restart we've had and made it, as DRS is turned back on as Callum W runs wide. We're going to make them put it up his inside. Frobo Jobo comes back onto the track right in front of me in his new Ferrari car. So that just puts us in a whole world of trouble now that we're behind Callum W in 11th place. You see, we've got a bit of front wing damage on that 5 coming into turn 1, taking it very easy. Don't really want to get into a battle with Callum W. He runs a little bit wide. We close the gap right on him now, going through the S's. And he gets hit by Factual. Callum W just avoided him. Callum W spins off, and that puts us back up into the points in P10. Back where we started, behind Factual Impala in the dizzying heights of P9. Fair play to him there. He's been looking for a move as Frobo Job is putting the pressure on now as we slip up. Factual's inside. There's yellow flags in front, and we're behind Teak Quickshare in P8. Teak is in P8, we are in P9. Pepsi Max is in 7th. So we come around here into 3rd gear. They both make a mistake and we lap up 2 places there, P9 to P7. Pepsi Max and Teak Quickshare, 2 former winners, both making the same kind of accident of, you know, locking up the brakes going into that corner. So that puts us now up into P6, sorry, behind the 2nd Renault driver, and it's looking really good for us now, considering we were in last place come the start of this lap. We are now into P6, right up in the points, as Pepsi Max is already putting the pressure on us, coming down the straight before 130R. He's having a look. The proximity arrows are getting larger as he's in our slipstream now. What's he going to do? He's going to dive at the inside, not through 130R, and we have to recede the place. We had to run wide to give him the room. Coming into the last corner though, we put it up into 2nd gear and run over the cab a little bit, go up his inside of that corner, and get back our 6th place. So we cut on to the start of lap 6 now. We are all over the back of the Renault driver in front of us now, coming through the S's. He's taking very easy, which means we have to follow him almost through. It's very hard to overtake through here. And after the last couple of races, I don't want to do any crazy overtakes as he locks up a little bit there. We're looking for a way past. Are we going to make the same move we did on Factual Impala? We tried to get the better run. He rescinds the place, and yes, we do. We managed to put the buffer in between us, Teak and Pepsi. Now, so we are up into P5 with my new teammate Darth Van, as we run wide into the gravel, which gives Pepsi Max and Caboose and Teak their places back to the 3 drivers we just overtook. They get all 3 of their places back there. Very frustrating for us as we run wide here, trying to get a better exit, but we ruined that by getting on the accelerator a bit too early, and that that was crazy. The fact that I just managed to lock up there is I'm trying to push the track in the early laps, see where I can make the most time, where I can break the latest. And obviously now that it's random tracks, we don't get to practice these things. So we're coming down the straight, and they're 2 wide, almost 3 wide now. Pepsi is coming to catch him up. What's going to happen here? Teek's looking for an inside move. We've got the slipstream. We get past the Renault driver. We're looking for a move on Teek. We have to shift down to 7th. There's Teek and Pepsi. Both from riding Teek. Pepsi and Teek have hit. There's been a crash. And the championship leader has gone flying into the wall. And how is he still in the race? That's the next question. Pepsi Max and Teek have an absolutely horrible time as we now come on to lap 10. So Teek and Pepsi had a massive issue there. We've actually managed to overtake Die Hard. I think he actually went into the pits, which gives us the next place. And wow, as you saw there, somebody removed the 100-meter board, as has DCS Irritars from the session. As now Teek Quickshare, the championship leader, is right behind us, but he's not in P4. He's all the way down the grid, as we now have a safety car. So Teek Quickshare doesn't even get a chance to overtake me. And this comes at a perfect time for us because our tyres were going off. As you can see, we're in lean trying to get some time back. In our Delta, we just managed to keep it up, but perfect time for a safety car. It means we can pit on for the medium compound tyres and then do it medium hard, because I don't like hard tyres. I don't find any pace on them, so I wanted to get on the medium, see if I could take them to the end. Very, very long stint, and you guys know what I'm like on my tyres. Not very good. Teek Quickshare's down in 13th, 10 places lower than we are. And we've managed to time this up and coming pit stop to absolute perfection now. And coming round 130, are taking it easy coming into the pits now. As Chuck and Noble are in front of us. So Noble on a pad, keeping it up there, putting in some good lap times. He definitely knows where to brake and such around these tracks. So he having a good time out in P2 as we come into the pits. Do we slow down? And yeah, we do. 20 miles an hour too slow. As our teammate comes in behind us. Go for a risky double stack here. Is it going to pay off? Is my teammate Die Hard going to get out without being held up? I think he's just alright. I think that was pretty nicely timed, as he still stays behind us. Oh no, he doesn't. Jake Horrigan actually picks him out the pits. That's very unfortunate, as we come out the pits on lap 11 now, in 3rd place, behind Noble 2909 and Chuck Master UK. This is nice, have the safety car on, it means we can close the gap up as we get back onto the safety car restart. We're all over the back of Noble. He's having a difficult time locking up and losing his back end. It's basically, you know, as we got this close and I was feeling very confident. The safety car is in this lap. Cho and Noble, they're back up the whole grid now. And during the safety car period, there was actually a little hit. Noble actually took out Jake Horrigan, completely by accident, I believe. But Horrigan was kind of messing around behind the safety car. I think it was his safety car anyway. And bins it into the wall. As we get ready to restart under the safety car, here is the line. We get loads of oversteer coming out the corner. Noble bins it into the wall, and we get round his outside for P2. And we're going to put the pressure on Chuck Master UK in the lead now. As we go down into 5th gear, down to 4th, down to 3rd. Just about get it around the corner as Die Hard fan on the hard tyre ups also gets past Noble. So I'm not sure what happened to Noble, but he must have had a massive spike of oversteer and just bins it straight into the wall. I mean, lucky he's still racing. That could have been him out of the race. But we are following Cho through the first sector. So we've got a big gap to Die Hard, but he's got a bigger gap to us in front. So we cut onto lap 16 now, and Die Hard has actually been overtaken by Pepsi Max. Pepsi Max is flying around this track. He has a lot of pace now, and as you can see in the sky, there's getting some dark clouds forming overhead. You know, I don't think there was rain scheduled, or if there was, I missed it. But when I saw the dark clouds and the track getting darker, I was head in hands. I'm awful in the wet. I said I was alright at Silverstone, though I'm awful in the wet. Lap 18, still no rain, but a lot more clouds forming. And we've got Pepsi Max on the hard tyres right behind us, putting it up into Rich to try and fend him off. Here we go, Pepsi Max here. He's right behind us in the slipstream. We give him the outside line, but he actually recedes from trying to overtake me there, as he knows what happened when he tried to make a move on Teak around the outside. Taking it nice and easy, trying to get every apex. We just missed that one from that little final corner. Pedal to the floor now, trying to pull away from Pepsi. As Jeff said, there is some rain coming shortly. As Pepsi Max is looking for a route around the outside, and he gets it. We just had to recede there. I didn't want to have another accident. I mean, I've been quite punchy with my overtakes and my blocking of overtakes in recent races, but that's usually ended up in me crashing out or spinning or whatever. So I didn't really want to do that. But I knew we had the run on him coming out of here. Why would we be in front of him if we didn't have a better pace? He was quick, but I believe he kept making a few mistakes as we get twitchy coming off the curb there. As we're following Pepsi through. This is the first time, this is the first race really I've followed quite a lot of drivers for the whole race. Down to third gear, take that exit nicely, get a good exit, but so does Pepsi. Good into the sharp left-hander on the brakes. Now into second gear, Pepsi loses the back end, which means we can get a better exit as we lose the back end, as well as Die Hard's coming into the fight a bit now behind us. There's Pepsi getting in his slipstream. And coming up to the double left-hander, brake just after the 100 metre board, get the apex nicely down into third gear, just miss the apex there. Pepsi runs a little bit wide there onto the curb, and here we go. Down the straight into 130R, up into Rich Revs, in his slipstream. We're going to pull the exact same move he tries to on us, but we're going to go balls to the wall, get past him for 130R, put it up his inside. He recedes to position. We run a tiny bit wide, block him from taking the move back, and we've got back up into second place in this race. We've only 14 runners left on lap 19. Come down the first straight now. Pepsi runs a little bit wide, and that means we can't get that second gap that's needed. As Die Hard's looking at Pepsi now after that terrific lap from us and a not so good lap from Pepsi. Has DCC's finally rage quit from out of the session after crashing almost 10 laps ago now. As we are now on lap 21, and Pepsi actually got back in front of us. And not much happened in between that race. Pepsi just made the move down the straight in the DRS zone as he gets swirly coming around the outside, and we put it straight back up his inside now. Into the tight left hander, all the way into first gear, trying to hug the inside as much as he could, not giving him that place back. Pedal to the floor, we managed to pull out a decent sized gap from Pepsi behind us. Now, after getting off that corner, so Jeff comes on the radio there and says he doesn't think the track's ready for inters, but there is a bit of rain come the start of the track. From the first couple of corners, as Pepsi's looking for a move again with the slipstream. He's going to do it. He's going to try to put it up the inside, but gets out of that move, and we managed to keep second place out of 13. And migrating host, this is very strange as Pepsi pulls into the pits, probably to put on the intermediates, as Diard and I carry around the track. And Pepsi Max, what's this? Pepsi Max is out. I'd love to know what happened there. I do believe when the AI took over his car, they binned it in the wall. Obviously lap 22 now, coming around. We've got Diard right behind us. We lose the back end. We put it in the grass. We're trying to get back on the track as Noble has retired from the session. I do believe that was because of Matt leaving the session, Matt lagging out. So anyway, lap 23, we pitted for intermediate tyres. We are back out on the track after that horrific in-lap on the wet. So he's definitely stayed at one lap too long as Die Hard overtakes us and he's miles out in front of us now. We're on the intermediate tyres. As you see there, we got a penalty coming on to the final lap. Nothing really happened between this race. This race was very weird, very hard for me to edit. First 50% race, so I do apologise if it was a little bit dodgy, especially with some of my commentary skills. Not quite up to spec just yet. But last lap, look how easy we were taking this. We've got a big gap to take, and Diard and Chuck are miles out in front of us. We only have one penalty as Chuck Masty, UK, wins the race. Well done to him. He was in a world of his own, so far out in front. Right, there were some points where Noble couldn't even keep up with him. So coming into the last couple of quarters now, coming home to take P3 in this race. Very, very strong outing from us after the shit show that was the Canadian Grand Prix. So we come across the line to take home the 15 points and a P3 and the last step on the podium. So anyway, that has been the Japanese Grand Prix. Thank you very, very much for watching as we have a look at the leaderboard now. As Chuck wins the race in 3 seconds. And Die Hard Fan, our new teammate, it's 15 seconds of penalties. If we could have just kept the gap to around 15 seconds, we could have got second here. But anyway, thank you very, very much for watching this episode of the Noob Journey. We probably might not be another upload before Christmas. But obviously I'm finished work now. I'm on my Christmas break, so there'll be a lot more videos coming. Thank you very much for watching this latest episode of the Noob Journey. Online Championship will be back next week, along maybe with co-op. Like I said before, thank you very, very much for watching. And I will see you all next time.
Flow be super weak, now go to sleep like Robitussin. I ain't trying to be that homie who could never make it happen. If you down, let's get it cracking. Make that paper, keep it stacking like I love the way to feel. Once you break it down for real, what's the deal? Flow is worth a meal. Trick, I'm out to kill. Keep it trill. That's the way I roll. That's the way I go. That's for sure. That's the